Hello there, friends, and welcome back to our island of Duality. We're here with Sunny, who is still wearing pink for October, but we've gone for an in-game outfit today with our pink. But look, even this mantis is wearing pink today. And we're gonna grab this guy and take it over to see Blathers, because I don't think that we have donated one of those yet. So we've got some fossils in our pockets and other things to take care of, and then we're gonna get started on our secret garden today and find a good spot for Abel that's going in that acre that we're working on. So yeah, gonna take those things over to the museum and then get into construction mode so we can get started. What is everyone doing here outside the museum? Oh my goodness. Okay, well, turns out, guys, Blathers already had an orchid mantis, so we get to sell this one. And Flick is on the island today, so we get to sell it for 1.5 times its normal value, which is super awesome. But we're going to take these fossils over to... Oh, we have that to donate too. I totally forgot. We're going to take these fossils over to sell, considering that none of them are ones that we want. And we did get to donate one of them, but it still wasn't the final one. So still looking for fossils. Okay, we have a couple presents here. One is from a balloon and one is from Daisy May. I'm guessing in that order. Jarred bamboo shoots she sent us the recipe for. Super awesome. I'm sure we'll make some of those at some point. And then, oh yeah, ordered another castle wall for our secret garden, but my goodness, those are expensive. They're like 56,000 bells. And then this box corner sofa, really quick before we go into nooks, we ordered for the little diner here. This is going to be our little kind of entrance seating here, the waiting, the waiting spot. Let's see, oops, that needs to be a little closer. Oops, plastic clothing orders. There we go. We've got a few other balloon items in our pockets too, so yeah, there we go. That works, right? Yeah, totally. Little sitting spot there. Cool. Oh yeah, I've dropped some hedge over here too because I like how this side looks and how it looks backing the garden here, so we need to change this other side to it too. It's just, you know, we don't get to it. We're always doing something else. Alright, so let's get in here, sell these fossils, see what Nooks has for sale today, if it's anything we want. Oh, that vintage table might be nice for something. The spooky arch is pretty cool too, but I don't know if we want to buy those. They're awfully expensive in Nooks, and if we get... Oh, we want to sell that bug to Flick. If we get the recipe, then we can... I'm just going to go ahead and sell these 30 sticks too. Bath bucket I actually bought from Nooks. Do we want a plastic clothing organizer? I'm thinking no. Yeah, okay. Oh, and we can sell... Oh no, orchid mantis goes to Flick. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, if we can get the recipe for that, then we've got pumpkins and stuff. We can build our own. We're trying not to spend many bells right now because trying to get our house upgraded. We've got another incline going in. We need to move another building. Actually, Carraleigh has to move in for us, but you know how that goes. What did I just buy? What did I just buy? I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing. Okay, vintage desk, yes. I probably, if I had been paying attention, wouldn't have bought that either for 21,000 bells, but that's okay. We have, oh, we forgot to ask the turnip price. We need to know the turnip price. We have tons of turnips, and it is Thursday, so it's getting close to the end of the week, and we need to get these things sold pretty soon. So far, the price has just been going down, and it's still going down. Ooh, that's not good. But we have the afternoon price still to check, so, and then a couple more days for it to go back up, and hopefully it does. Okay, so 6 minutes, the price will go different. Great to see you, Sunny, honey. I love it when she calls us that. Today's already fun. Yes, it is. All right. So we're trying a little trick that we learned because we kind of want Flip to move out, the monkey. Our Jock monkey villager, one of our starters actually, but we would like him to move out. So we're trying the little trick that people talk about, that where you only gift that one villager and no one else. So we're giving gifts to Flip every day. A nice giant clam, as we do. And not gifting anyone else right now, so we can see if this thing works and we can get Flip to move out. He'll be the one to ask to go. So this acre that we are in right now, to the right of our spooky market, is where our secret garden is going to go. And Abel's goes in this acre, and to Cliff Height. So one of the first things we're going to have to do is get rid of this river, which is why we have to be in construction mode. But let's see if Flip's at home. He's not. That's his house right there. Okay, so he'll be wandering around somewhere. We've got plenty of giant clams in our pocket ready to hand out. Right there is where we need our incline. We got all the houses moved finally. Lots of building moving going on over here. Poppy is home. Why don't we go ahead and see if he's crafting something? Oh, like maybe a spooky arch. Because we're still looking for some of those spooky recipes. Yes, he is crafting something. What are you making? Sorry about the mess, but I ain't got time to clean today. A spooky trick lamp. Okay, cool. We'll take that one. Do we already have that one? Nope, we don't. Yeah, teach us. Cool. We like good spooky recipes. I think we did actually buy one of those from Nooks. But those, I can't believe how expensive they are in there. I mean, I guess it makes sense when you consider all the materials that goes into it, but still, like, rather just build it myself, because we've got pumpkins growing all over the place. Alright, so let's take a look at this. Where is the bottom of the acre? Ooh, we have Nook miles too. Alright, we are pretty much standing at it right now. Okay, so, whoops. Let's grab our Nook miles and then get into construction mode. Ah, we bought 5,000 bells worth of items. Yeah, we did. That was an expensive vintage desk there. Alright, construction mode. Oh, and there's Flick too, so we can go ahead and sell our bugs. Okay, ready for that, but wait, where did he just go? He was literally just here. He couldn't have wandered away that fast. There he is. Okay. I think we have a bottle on the beach somewhere too. I haven't picked that up yet today, so we're going to be looking for that also. Yes, we will sell you our bug, dude. Oh, you know what? We probably want to commission a piece too, because I think we have some more butterflies in our storage. So we should go and grab those too while Flick is here. Gotta take advantage. Okay, so a little bit of bells there, just a couple bugs that we had. And we will go and grab those bugs for the model before we forget. Oh man, there's another fossil. I thought I had them all dug up. We'll have to take care of that one later. It's hard to get everywhere. I mean, we only have to keep track of half of the island, and it's still hard to get everywhere every day. But I haven't actually been in the game that long today. What am I doing? Oh, I didn't want to put something away. I wanted to get something out. Yes, we need our bugs. So we have a bunch of these paper kite butterflies. We're going to get another model with those. Because those are a nice bright, and I like the size of that one too. That's a good size model. I think we have one right down here. Yeah, that's a nice model for our side of the island. We could definitely put some of those in our secret garden. If we can find Flick again. He does move quick. We probably should try to catch a few more monarch butterflies too while they're still out, because that's a nice color for us too in most of our decorating over here. Tell me about your art. Okay, here you go. Can you part with 3 of them? Yes, please. Okay, so we'll have that coming in the mail tomorrow. Awesome. Now, we gotta go back up here and figure out where that property line was again. Property line. Let's see. So we're pretty much standing at it. So let's see if we take out this row right here, because we gotta figure out where on this acre we want to put the ables, and then kind of how the secret garden is. It kind of said secret garden / meadow on the list, I think. Is that the right, is that the bottom of the acre? Yes. Okay, so everything above this line and above is this acre. So we're gonna take this water just out of here for the time being. We may add some water back in. I think we might try to leave that little pond that's over there because it's kind of a nice size and shape. And you could totally have a pond in a garden, right? I feel like we could leave that there probably. Get some of these weeds out of here. I don't know exactly how we're gonna do this, and we do have to put some cliffs in, so I'm trying to think about how that's going to work too. Do we want the castle walls around the garden? I mean, being a secret garden, you kind of would think that we would want the castle walls around it, because, you know, it kind of needs to be hidden. We're gonna have to hope we run across a castle gate pretty soon, so that we can add a few of those in so we can get in and out of the secret garden. Right now we'll have to kind of come up with a more creative way, I think. But we also have to have some cliffs involved, so we gotta think about how that's gonna work. Should we put ables up on a cliff? Or should we put the cliff in the garden? Should the garden be raised? Huh, we might have to put a piece of cliff next to this castle wall and just see, like, how that, whoops, like how the height, yeah, we'll test this. We'll test it. Because maybe we can build, like, a wall and have the castle walls, if we have, like, a raised garden with the castle walls around it, then you won't see the cliff, and the garden will be hidden. I think that will work. I don't know. I have like a very vague picture in my mind of how this is gonna look, so it will probably look nothing like that by the time we get done. Also, I would just like to throw out the disclaimer that I have never read the book The Secret Garden. I don't know how I missed that one. I read like every book I came across in my childhood, so I don't know how that one just didn't make it, but it didn't, so I've never read that book. So I have no preconceived notions of what this secret garden should look like based on anything except my own imagination. But just so you guys know, I have recently bought a copy of the book, and I do plan to read it if I get some time. Alright, so here is the thing, and here is the castle wall. Okay, and that's as close as it gets. So that's definitely like tall enough if we wanted to put the garden like up on a second level. It's even as tall as us on the second level if we put it around the outside. So I think that could totally work. We're gonna have to think about how we want to do this also, because this is going to be a slow process build because those things are expensive, first of all, and we're going to need a lot of them if we're going to do that, unless it's going to be a very small garden. But I think, let's see, so how do we want to do this? Okay, so where does the acre start? This acre, where's the pond in relation to the top? Let's see, the pond. So it's a couple spaces above the pond. It's kind of just like one space here. So really it's from where these flowers are sitting down to here. Okay. So where are we gonna put ables? You know what? Can we fit ables like right here? If we fit ables right here next to the pond, then we'll have the whole rest of this acre to make our garden in. I think that could totally work. Yeah. Okay. So this is not a fruit tree, I don't think. This is not a fruit tree, I don't think. But maybe we better dig them up just to be sure. I guess we can sell them. They sell for something. And since we are trying to have as many bells as possible right now, but I just want to make sure they're not fruit trees. Although I was kind of thinking last night when I was thinking about doing this build that maybe we will put a few of the fruit trees in the secret garden. Like I was thinking maybe the apple trees and the peach trees. The oranges are going to have their own grove. Cherries are our native fruit. And then the only ones we would have left was pears. And I'm sure we could find a place for pears. But for some reason I just feel like pears are not a secret garden kind of fruit. I don't know why. I think part of it is just because there's some really good apple furniture and pear furniture that we can make some cute little things out of. And the pears just, I mean, what is there? Like a pear umbrella? A pear dress? There's a pear dresser, I guess, but you don't want that in your secret garden. Yeah, I think we're gonna, I think we're just gonna leave the pears out of the garden. Okay, so we have to figure out, we need to mark off where we want Abel's to go. So where is the end of this acre? Oh, it's like right there. So yeah, but I'm thinking of kind of putting it as far back here as we can. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is spot. So really, actually, if we can get it back this far, that would be awesome. If we can get it right on the edge there, and then it would come all the way up here. I think we could put it right next to the beach. Whoops. That's okay, right? Why are we putting everything like... It's kind of funny. It's like all the things that are shared, like Abel's is ending up on this outside edge of the island, so whenever Carraleigh has to come to Abel's, she has to run all the way from her side of the island to the far, far side of our side. That's a lot of sides. But yeah, so Abel's, I think we will put right there, and then there's still a little bit of space in front of them for a little bit of decoration, and we could definitely garden it up. But then they'll have this cute little pond right next to them, and then we can kind of build the secret garden around that. So I think that'll be good. And since we're going to make it raised, we gotta figure out this situation. How are we gonna get up to it and stuff? So if it's a secret garden, should we just have vine ladders up to it and not even worry about an incline over here? Maybe that should be a thing. And this, I'm feeling like... Okay, so we're gonna have a path coming down through here that goes next to resident services. Are we gonna have another path coming down? I feel like we should have another path kind of coming down through here. So we want to leave a couple spaces for this to kind of come out. So let's get our cliff builder going on and kind of figure this out here. So we can kind of bring this right up to the pond. Do we want to do that? Do we want to bring it all the way up to the pond? Let's get this out of the way. Because all this stuff is in our acre. And you know what? We might actually put some of this sugar inside the secret garden too. We could grow sugar in there, couldn't we? That could blend in with some stuff. Probably mostly be a flower garden, I guess. Like I said, I've never read the book, so I don't know. I don't know what was going on with that secret garden. I'm assuming it was flowerish. We might have to get rid of a couple of these rocks too, so let's go ahead and check them, see if they're the money rock today, before we go destroying anything. Not that one. And it's not that one. Okay, I guess I already checked that rock today. Okay, so we have got at least one more cherry in our pocket if we need to break those. And I think we probably will. So, oh, wait a second though, because this bridge comes across, so we kind of want maybe the path to come down here. Oh, that's a banded dragonfly too. Oh, and Flick is here. It's a perfect time to catch a banded dragonfly. We're getting distracted. Oh no! Oh, I'm so bad at catching those when they stop. We got him though. Did you see that? Whew, okay. What were we saying? Oh yeah, okay. So if we continue this path down and kind of have it come over here next to the pond, then we can build the garden. Things are small. Things, well, okay, but if we do that, then we don't need to make a path through the middle here. We can kind of probably just continue this cliff over, maybe. Is that what we want to do? And then there would be like some walls up on the top and then all around. I don't know. I think we are gonna move this rock. So we're gonna go ahead and eat a cherry and break this. And look at our pockets being so full. I'm gonna go take care of that too. Hold on. All right, bye-bye rock. Ooh, balloon, wait a second. We did just make a space, didn't we? Kimono stand. That's a nice balloon gift. Isn't that usually something that's pretty expensive in Nooks? Let's see what it looks like. Oh, it's not very exciting when you look at it like that. Okay, maybe that could go in the secret garden. I have no idea what's going to go in there. We're going to have to come up with some kind of decoration. You know what? We might move this little pool to the secret garden. That's the one that's behind me here. Because I was kind of thinking, and I was going to go do this without talking to you guys, but we're going to anyway. We'll put the desk away, actually we'll put away the 30 iron. Utility wagon. And the hose rail. Yeah, we'll put all that away right now. I was kind of thinking about moving this. And maybe even putting in a small waterfall over here, but I haven't figured that out yet. That's for when we come back and decorate Sunny's house situation. So, I don't know. You know, we're just thinking ahead on all kinds of things. So we're going to find a spot for this sugar to live for the time being too. So we'll bring this down here. This front acre is going to be our very last acre of decorating. So we'll plant them down here. And hopefully by the time we get to it, they will be gone. Alright, so move this iron up. And I did keep all the castle walls in our pocket. And we'll probably have some trees too, but definitely an apple tree and a peach tree. And then I don't know how many other apple and peach trees we're gonna keep. I don't know. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We wanna definitely keep a nice wide path through here so that there's a place to get through. So let's kind of rough in the edge of this. I think we'll just continue it from here. That makes the most sense, right? I think it does. And then maybe we'll kind of angle it down a little bit over time so that this path here, maybe we need to put this path in first so we kind of know what we're working around. So let's get into our thing here. You know what? What I'm gonna do is just go in here and get it, and we'll just rough it in so that we don't have to spend all the time figuring out the exact path right now. Because I want to get this cliff put in so that we know what's going on. Alright, so it's probably gonna curve down there. Whoops. And kind of come down this way a little bit. Kind of curve over again. Oh, I keep picking it right back up. Curve over again. Maybe even kind of take a sharpish turn there. Around this rock? It can come right around the rock because the path won't keep us from bumping things out of it. So that can come down, and then yeah, it'll kind of come down this way. So I think if we leave this space for a path, then we can work around that. And that'll give us, you know, plenty of room to get around what's here. And this is probably so far the least flowy island that I've ever made. It's kind of, I don't know. We'll get it figured out though. We will get it figured out. Okay. Here we go. Let's continue. Building our cliff. Oh yeah, we were kind of getting like the edge of this put in, weren't we? Alright, so if that's going to be there, we'll put the cliff here. And we keep in mind that we're going to have like the castle walls around it too, so it's going to block more than it looks like it's going to block right now, because we were thinking that we would have these castle walls around it, right? So it's actually going to be like that. And then you can't see behind it. So maybe that's not the best way to go. Oh man, how do we do this? How do we do this? So like another option would be to put Abel's up here, but it's still gonna block just as much back there, isn't it? Ooh man, this is the the challenges of the 20-acre method when you do it this way. So, okay, if Abel's is going to be right there. Okay, but also we have to think about the fact that the rule for the cliff height is there only has to be one square of it. So we could just decide to keep most of this flat. We gotta have a big enough space for a garden to go though, so we wanna, let's see here, what if we have a castle wall here? I can't go any closer to that. So Abel's is gonna be there. Maybe. Now I don't know. So Poppy's house is right here. Like, we don't want to put Abel's too close to Poppy's house, right? What if we put Abel's here? And just kind of keep this side of things open. I mean, it doesn't have to be a big garden, right? Somewhere we have to have a second layer of cliff, though, is the thing. Very Let's see. Alright, let's try something real quick. Just for fun. How far over can we get this wall? Pretty far, actually. Alright, what if we make this the cliff? And I'm not saying we won't raise any other part, but this right here would satisfy the requirements of the two cliff if we build a too high cliff right here. Just a small one like this, instead of putting Abel's here. We're changing our mind. We're allowed. Totally allowed. Actually, it's not even changing our mind. It's figuring out as we go. That's kind of what we do sometimes, right? Oops. And I'm going to actually smash this one, curve this. Let's see what we can get up top before we go making it too small. Because we have to be able to fit at least a 3x2. So we are going to have to fill that in down here. I mean, we can make it come forward a little bit, I think, maybe. Yeah, we've got space to do that. So instead of indenting it there, we'll just make it come out a little bit. So that we can get that top piece in. There we go. And we can make that look all cute and pretty. And how are we gonna get up there to curve those ones? Ooh, we can't, can we? We can curve this one. The only way we're gonna do it is if we... Ooh, I hope we can get this water back the way it is. should be able to. Okay, so if we, okay, at this point, if we do this, we don't have to take out any more water. If we knock this one out, we come over here, curve this one. Whoops. No? It's not gonna let us do it? How dare? Wait a second, maybe we can do it from this side. Because I don't really want to take out the part that's right around that cliff. Okay, so if we, whoops, we want water. Water, if we do this and fill this, then we can curve this. There we go. And then all we have to do is put that back as was. There we go. And then, oh, what is it, Mary? I got a stain on my fave outfit! Sunny, what do you do when things are just the worst? Well, this is what I do. Some folks call it pouting, but I say it's me telling the world to quit being mean. Anywho, using aggravation can definitely make you feel better. See? I'm all good now. Okay, thanks, Mary. We might have to use that on this cliff. If it doesn't cooperate pretty soon. Okay, so, oh yeah, and then we gotta put this piece of cliff back. And curve that one. Okay, and then we gotta put the water back in. Okay, and so it's gonna be nice for us. And keep the shape of the pond. Alright, there we go. And then we gotta curve this edge of the cliff, and then we gotta climb up and fix the top. Okay, there we go. This is definitely turning into a very interesting island, to be sure. Alright, so cliff building, and here we go. That's enough to make a little waterfall out of. And we can curve, we can curve the front sides, but not the back. Unless we bring this forward even more. Which I don't want to do. What if we, okay, what if we do this? Because it kind of looks okay if we just make it that shape, right? Alright, so let's get up here. Where can we put some water in? I think we can put a waterfall going down here. It's going to be like backwards, so you're not even really going to see it, but it's going to be there. Going down into this little pond. So where can we put... We put it just down, like, straight down front here? That makes the most sense, right? Oops. We were already on the waterscaping. There we go. So if we put this here, that'll make it... Yeah, okay. Go down. So that did kind of change the shape of the pond a little bit, but it's behind this, so you won't even see it, right? Okay, so... well, and that begs the question, do we even need the waterfall there? Because that's kind of silly, isn't it, if we can't even see it? We can hear it. We can see it if we stand right here. I've never built a totally backwards waterfall before, so, yeah. I guess we really don't have to have that in there, but we could leave the cliff. I think I'm going to take the waterfall back out. I don't like it as much as I thought. But that's okay. Our cliff requirement is met now, so we'll put something cool over here. So now we just gotta decide where Abel's is going in all this. And then we gotta go fix our little pond again. And here comes a balloon, so we'll grab that too. Come on, little balloon. It's a slow one. I like the clouds in the sky right now. Wait, let's look back up at those. Yeah, really cool. Nice. Okay, so we gotta get our cliff builder. No, waterscaper. back out and fill this in and just fix that shape. There we go. Alright, so yeah, we'll just keep it like that, I think. And then this will be the non-secret part of the garden, maybe. And the path will come down through here. So we don't know what's going in front of this yet. So then the cliff requirement is met. So we only have to put a cliff over here if we want to. And right now, I kind of feel like I don't want to. What happens if we put a cliff wall here? Not a cliff wall, a castle wall. Right here, like that's as close as it'll get to that, right? And how does that look from this side of things? Like if we're up in the market. Like you can't see over it or anything, so it keeps the secret of the garden. So I think that's gonna work. I think that's going to work. We'll just have castle walls over here. And maybe not put the cliff in. Although, now I'm looking at this like this. I kind of like this combination. Okay, so I want to take this part down. But I kind of want to keep some of this. Okay, we'll take this part as like a wall. Because we could put some fencing along the top of that wall. So it would still be almost as tall as the castle wall. But it would still, it would like give a little variation to this. Let's see if we have a fence that would look good up here. And kind of get an idea of this. So this we could put and kind of... Because that way, maybe it wouldn't be as blocked back here. It's pretty blocked. But I mean, how often are you're not going to be like hanging out back here. You're just going to be running by if you are. So there'll be a little bit of a path through there. All right, let's see. What fences do we have that we can put in here? How do we find out? Go to our storage. Let's go to our storage. We'll see which ones we already have built, and then maybe look at our recipes and see if we have another one. And we can always go check the Nook Miles thing today too. Okay, so oh, nope, it's gonna be down here, right? Yeah, okay, so we have the large lattice fence, which could work. That's the only one that we have made that could kind of... Actually, I think we have some... No, maybe I cleaned that up. I think we had some laying around somewhere, but let's look at our recipes. We're really making this into a process, aren't we? Alright, so looking at our recipes, what recipes do we have for... Okay, so... I mean, we could even almost put hedges up there. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Bamboo slats. I don't think any of those are, like, pretty enough, if that makes sense. Let's put a couple options up there and see. I'm gonna steal these hedges because we need them elsewhere. Let's just do a couple options and see what we think about them. And then we can decide from there. So we're gonna need a little place where we can go. Oh, do we want it on the very end maybe? Because we're gonna be doing, yeah, getting down to the end. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, so let's get up here. Kind of get an idea of what this might look like. So then, if we do use the lattice fence... Oh, wait a second. Wait. I gotta get back down again. We're gonna need another square of cliff here if I want to put the fencing the way that I want to put the fencing. We won't be able to get it the right way if we go the other way. Alright. So if we use the lattice fence, it's kind of see-through. Oh, we never looked at what this balloon gave us. A floor lamp. Gee, thanks. Alright, so lattice fence. Let's see what that looks like. We put that here, and it doesn't have to be green. We can make it something that maybe matches the castle walls a little bit better. And can we jump over here? Jump. No. Okay. Well, that's alright. We can do this. Bring it down this way. Okay, so that's what it would look like with the lattice wall. And then you could kind of get a secret peek in there. And then let's go over here and try the hedge wall and kind of get an idea of what that might look like. And if we're going to do the fencing along the wall, we probably don't want to curve the edges like that because we're going to need the fence to go, like do a little corner there probably. So let's get that filled back in. And then, how do we want to do this? I guess I'll just put a couple extra squares right here for now. Now, all of this is not staying here. Some of it's just for us to get up and down and do what we need to do. Alright, so that would be, wait a second. Another balloon with some clay. Okay, so let's see what the hedges look like. We can put that there, and then one there, and one here. Hedges, hedges. And I didn't leave a place to do that last one. Alright, but we can get an idea of what it looks like there. So if we did the lattice, you can kind of see through it, but it is the same height as the castle wall. Or if we did the hedges, it kind of still keeps the secrets, because you can't see through it, but it's not quite as tall. Which, you know what, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe having the height variation is good. I don't know. I can't... What do you guys think? Which one do you think is the better option for the secret garden wall? Just so we are clear on what this is going to actually look like though. Let's get these other extra pieces out of here. And I'm going to take this one out too, just so we, like, you know. We'll probably cap it off though if we end on a straight piece like that. Just FYI. Alright, so it would look more like this is not going to have all these pieces here. Okay. So let me know which one you think looks better. And now we need to figure out where Abel's is gonna go because it can't go there now. So do we put it... Oh, it's all the way down here. We could put it... The path is going kind of through here. So we could put it like right here. Let's see. If we put Abel's kind of like... is coming down there. We could even put it kind of maybe even this far back. That's 3, and then 5, and then right here. So it, and really, I mean, because that front piece is the step, it really only kind of goes this far forward. And then has the little step out. But you get the idea. This is the spot. We'll just fill it in. We'll just put the whole edge around so it's easier to imagine. Okay, so then we would have the castle wall. I keep wanting to call it a castle now. The garden wall come all the way up to the back of Abel's. The path would be coming by it around by the pond. This will probably not still be here, so don't even look at that. We're just, from this point up is what we're looking at. So Abel's would be there, and then we could totally bring the front of this down as far as we wanted, or we could even bring Abel's down a little further because we have this much more space in the acre. So we better decide, though, where we want that, because we have to ask Carraleigh to do it, so we have to know where it's going to go in. And since our time is pretty much up and we're switching over to Carraleigh in just a minute, we better have this ready to go. Flip, we got something for you, buddy. Hey Sunny, how you been? This is for you. Really? What is it? It's the giant clam of we want you to move out at some point. A giant clam. Wow, this is great. Alright, a zap suit. Yeah. Appreciate it. Definitely, is it pink? If it's pink, we might even wear it. Whoa, it is pink. Alright, next episode. Super Sunny. Anyway, we're supposed to be figuring out where Abel's is going. So we could come down this far, and then that would give us a little more room for our garden. And if we bring that out just a little more space, that would give us a nice, cozy little garden in here. And obviously, we would have some walls up the front here too, so that, I don't know, I was trying to kind of figure out how to make it look like it's hidden, you know, like secret. I don't know. We're gonna have to work on that. I don't know if we're gonna ask Carraleigh to move Abel's just yet. We might want to think about this just a little bit more. We've kind of just thrown all this together with our little ideas, so we better make sure this is what we really want before we go having her pay for moving stuff. Okay, well, speaking of Carraleigh, let's change it over to her. Welcome back to the dark side. Just kidding. Not the dark side, the night side of the island. It just happens to be a little darker outside than, you know, sunny. Okay, but guys, look, our bridge is in. Yay, super good. So we have that going on. I think I have changed my mind about these hedges. I think we're going to take those out and try something different up here. We've got all these lanterns to work with, all these cypress plants to work with. We've got some space to work with, but things are not going to end up quite as even as we started out, as we discovered in our last adjustment there. So our autofill is here, but we're gonna change that up. We've been inviting someone to the campsite the last couple days, and we're gonna invite them for the last time today and have them replace our friend Azalea, who was our autofill in Hazel's place. So sitting here and getting in touch with nature like this is so relaxing. What? Where? My goodness, what was I saying? I guess she wasn't saying much. Okay. I guess she was falling asleep. All right, she's gonna go home maybe. So Flick is on the island today, which is super awesome because we have a ton of scorpions to sell. In fact, we're gonna grab the ones out of our storage first because our storage is completely full. And we need that money. We need the scorpion money to pay off our house so that we can get more storage. So let's grab all these scorpions, and we'll grab 3 of these blue butterflies too if we have room at the moment. Actually, let's go ahead and grab those first before we run out of room. Ah, no. Pockets full. Okay, I think we have actually a few things that we can throw in now that we made some room with those scorpions. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got a pearl from Pascal just a few minutes ago. One of the villagers gave us an argyle sweater, and we caught a spiny lobster too. I'm gonna put these vines back away. I was using them a little bit. Oh, I made these spooky chairs, but we're gonna be using those for something. So put those away, grab this other stuff. Oh no, not put something away. We'll get these last, one more butterfly and this last 2 scorpions. Can we fit 2 more? Yeah, we can. Okay, cool. We're gonna go find Flick, order another butterfly model, sell him these scorpions. We gotta donate this spiny lobster, so let's put him back by the museum. Maybe we can pick up another 1 or 2 of these bugs that we have got to donate. And here's some more stuff. We caught a ladybug for the first time yesterday, and caught a barred knife jaw too, which was a first for Carraleigh, so I don't know if one of those has been donated to the museum. We set it aside just in case. And we're gonna have to pick some white pumpkins in a little while because we are gonna change the things in our pocket. The pumpkin seats. We're gonna change those into white. In fact, let's set those down for a minute. So we can pick up even more scorpions. We've got a lot of them. That scorpion island was good stuff the other day. Let's see, there's a whole nother group of them right here. And I totally just missed an opportunity because CJ was here. Not yesterday, but the day before, I think. I wasn't recording that day, but he was here, and I should have sold him that coelacanth and all those other fish I have sitting over there, but I didn't even think of it. So we'll have to catch him on the next round. But we need to find Flick, so, oh, what's going on over here? Looks like progress. Let's see here. Flick is, yeah, somewhere on the island. So I've already grabbed our bottle on the beach, and it was actually a really good recipe today. It was the wooden bookshelf. I have been wanting that one because we've been trying to build a little bookstore or something like that in the forest. So bookshop, bookstore, library, I'm not sure what we're calling it exactly. Where is Flick? He's here till 5 a.m. so he's around this island somewhere. And you know what? I think I saw a ghost around here too, so we'll be looking for him. Oh, there he is, right there, up here by the lighthouse. Okay, this is why I put some vines all over so we could get around places. Yay. So we don't even have to pull out our ladder to talk to him. We'll go ahead and get this. And look at that moon in the background. Lovely crescent moon there. What do you want from me, ghost? We don't want much from you, buddy. Just a nice piece of furniture. Once we catch all your little buddies. Always get something new. Because his idea of expensive and mine are two different things. So we always choose something new. At least that way we get to catalog something. Alright, we'll get this picked up. We need to get this volcano recolored at some point too. Alright, so yeah, we got a pocket full of bugs. We gotta find Flick before we can do anything else. But here's our little bookshop so far, and I'm thinking we might just replace these medieval walls with the bookshelves. Or something like that. I don't know. I kind of feel like we're gonna move that library. Let's call it a library. I have a feeling we're gonna move that somewhere else. Somewhere else. I'm not sure where yet. And maybe not. We might not move it. Alright, Flick. Where you at, buddy? Have I seen him? Isabel did say that he was here, so he's definitely around somewhere. Oh, there's one of those. Oh, we don't even have room. Alright, hold on. We gotta sell a couple things. Anyway, let's get rid of this anemone out of our pocket. And these explorer shorts. Definitely not gonna be using those. There we go. Now we got room. Okay, so hopefully we're going to be working on our little waterfall area today. Once we find Flick and get rid of these scorpions and get some money and pay off our loan so we can get more storage because our storage is full. It's just that point in the game. I mean, I feel like we all get there, right? At some point. Just need lots of things. I don't have lots of bells. But we're working on it. Alright. Oh, I kind of like the way she's doing this here. A really nice path through here. Okay. Well. That's good motivation for us, because we need to build a lot of path too, coming down through our little forest area. Which isn't a forest yet, but it's going to be. It is going to be. Alright, I gotta find Flick. Here's another one of our wispy friends, and there's Flick. Alright, the wispy friend helped us find Flick. Flick, you're not gonna believe what's in my pocket, buddy. Okay, let's go ahead and get our commission out of the way first, and then we can do all our selling. So here you go. Emperor butterfly, we need more of those. Yes, please. And then we'll just sell a pocket full of scorpions. Oh, I've got a bug to sell. Hopefully this, I don't remember how much exactly we still owe on our loan, but we have about 100,000 bells in our pocket. So hopefully with all these scorpions, we'll get really close if we're not already there. It is nice that we can sell to Flick and get the money straight away instead of having to wait till the next day for it. So, ooh, 250,000 already. Yeah, oh, we caught more. Don't worry, we're gonna get them. Let's see here. What other bugs? I don't think we had too many other bugs. I think most of the rest of the stuff besides the scorpions was fish. Unless we set down a few of the wasps there. I do see a couple of wasps there, so we'll grab those too. Too bad he doesn't buy the beehives too. Those are all fishes. Yeah, we got a couple of wasps here. I knew I was going to do that. Picking that flower. Alright, do we have any other bugs laying around anywhere? Probably only the ones that need to be donated, so we won't. You know what? Let's go ahead and run in here, because I think we've kind of picked up all our fossils for the day already and stuff, so donations is the only thing that we're doing. I didn't see any hermit crabs running along the beach either. Maybe on our way back over to Flick, we'll run along the beach and see if we can find a hermit crab to add to the collection. Good evening, Carraleigh. We would like to assess some fossils. Oh, no, we don't. Oh, I'm so used to just doing that first. Let's make a donation. What would you like to donate? Spiny lobster and a ladybug. Nice. Okay, cool. So he did already have a barred knife jaw then. Alright, thank you very much, Blathers. We're fine. Good to go. Oh, that reminded me, though, that we do have a bunch of Nook Miles to collect. So we're starting our collection back up here from using them all on tickets. So let's do this. We'll go sell these last, and then we'll run by resident services so we can invite our person to the campsite and get them moved in here. I'm going to take Azalea's place. I know she just got here, but she is not what we were looking for. And I realized, in addition to not having had a cranky on the island, which we did get one with Walt on our little 3-ticket hunt, we also don't have a snooty villager on the island, but we also didn't have a smug villager on the island because Quilson moved into the campsite, our first campsite villager there, but he moved off the island pretty quickly, and we never did replace him with another smug villager. So a smug villager is who we are inviting today via the campsite. And I had it, oh, sorry, Flick. I had it narrowed down to 3 possibilities, one of which was Pietro, by the way. I thought it might be funny to invite Pietro, just because you know how the villagers talk about night clowns sometimes, and since we're the night side of the island, I thought it might be funny to have a clown. But I decided against that, so don't worry, we're not getting Pietro. Another 55,000. But I'll show you who we did pick here in a few minutes. Alright, 300,000. I'm sure that we don't owe that much anymore. So we gotta go into resident services anyway. Oh, we got more Nook Miles though. Oh, nice. For selling stuff. Cool. Yeah, we had to come in here anyway to pay off our loan, so let's see here. Somehow Sunny got ahead of us. We were doing much better with the money than she was, and then all of a sudden she's got an extra room on her house, and we don't. So, all right, full amount. We owe 200,000, so that leaves us 100,000 to work with, which is good because we're probably gonna need another incline or something soon. Finished paying off my home loan. Woohoo! All right, let's go ahead and invite our villager to the campsite, and I'm gonna keep it a secret until we get there. Well, hello there, Carraleigh. I must thank you for the diligent repayment of your home loan. Yes, yes. I must ask, were your payments by any chance motivated by a desire for expansion? Weird that he did that now after we did the amiibo thing and not right after we paid off the loan. I have good news. I would be more than happy to extend you credit for further construction. Come see me if you want to discuss the details. Well, absolutely we do, Tom Nook. We need more storage. 758,000 bells. Let's do it. Alright, you know what? Oh, we don't get our loan till tomorrow. I was going to say, let's go ahead and pay off a bit of it, but we can't, so we'll have to wait. I was going to do the 8,000, so it would be an even 750, but that's okay. Alright, so our visitor is in the campsite, so we can go and see them whenever we're ready. Is this is Wisp up here, isn't it? It's not one of the little buddies. Wait, didn't I just see? Did I not just see? I think I saw the mailbox, maybe. Okay, hold on just a sec. What do we got in here? Okay, it's just some more of the stuff that we ordered, like for the bookshop and stuff. And I did have to go and order 5 books because even though we got the wooden bookshelf recipe, we didn't have any books to build one. So I had to order 5 books. And oh, we've got a bunch of stuff up here too. You know what? I wish I remembered this before we went and talked to Blathers because look, one of our villagers sent us a painting in the mail and I'm pretty sure that this one is always genuine. So let's just double check it here. Look on the back. Yeah, it's got the little label on the back, so it's totally genuine. So we're gonna go donate that to Blathers at some point. And I've got a few things I bought from Abel's that no room in the storage, and I dug up that squeakoid because I found a gyroid fragment on the beach and I had to plant it, so I had to dig one up in our little planting spot to make room. Alright, so we've got a lot of little things to do still. I think we sold pretty much all the bugs that we had to sell. We can sell this fish. We gotta find one more wisp piece and let's go visit our campsite villager. Our new resident on the way so you can know who it is. I'll end the suspense now after I run in a few circles. Okay, let's put our net away. Ta-da! It's Zell. So it was between Zell and Kyle, and I just like kind of looked at their house interiors and considered everything and decided on Zell. I think he'll be a good fit for our night side of the island. The inside of his house is really cool. We'll see it once he gets here. Where can a deer find some almond jelly? I don't know. What do you want us to make something for you? You know what the best part of camping is? Looking up at the night sky. I like to think of it as the biggest movie screen in the world, filled with all of the biggest stars. Oh, that's actually kind of a cool way of thinking about it. Really hoping to get my name up there one day. Even thinking about taking an acting class soon. Alright, yeah, you should absolutely do that. Why don't we make something Duality themed? Something like some log steaks. I could give it a try. Whoa, are you serious? That would be amazing. I'm leaving tomorrow forever, so I need this done today. I got news for you. You're not leaving tomorrow forever. He has given us a couple really cool recipes the last couple days, though. Let's do these by order obtained. Go all the way up to the top. Oh, this is what the crafting villager was making today, brown sugar pound cake. And that was, who was it? Walt, I believe, was making that. We caught a barred knife jaw, so we got that recipe. This is the recipe he gave us yesterday, the open wooden shelves, which is one of my favorite items in the game. And then the day before that, he gave us the ironwood bed recipe. So super good recipes, but let's go make some log steaks for Zell and get him to move in here. So we can get that going at least. And I'm half thinking about putting some in-game path around that glamp site because I just haven't found, like, if it's glamping, it should be like new and fancy and stuff, right? Not like most of the path codes that we're getting are like old broken paths and stuff, and I just don't feel like it fits with glamping, you know? So I'm thinking we might get another in-game path, probably the fancy stone one, and try that back there at some point. We have a lot to do still. A lot. All right, where are our log steaks? There they are. Alright, let's go deliver them. We get to kind of walk around a little bit and see what's going on here. I kind of like the way that we have the path split at this point, especially coming down here, like past Rosie's house, and then we... Aha! There's our last little wisp piece. We got it. And then we come down here into this little canyon and across our bridge. I think this is such a cool little spot, but we gotta make the front look really pretty, and I just don't think we've accomplished that yet. So work to do, work to do. And of course this part back here, it needs a bunch of trees and it needs a lot of work too. So we're nowhere near done. We have a lot to do, especially like we've thrown some things back here in the glamp site, but a lot of work still to do back here too. So plenty to keep us busy. All right, Zell, we got your stuff. Are you done making the log steaks for me? Yep, here you go. We kind of had to wait to invite him the third time until Azalea was fully moved in, too, because yesterday she was in boxes, so we couldn't have kicked her out at that point. Everything you've made for me, or maybe we could have, I'm not sure. Everything you've made for me could be gold-plated and given as an award. Thank you so much. I don't think anyone wants gold-plated log steaks, just saying. I don't think the words thank you are enough to express the depths of my gratitude. Perhaps this interpretive dance will do the trick. Yeah, sure. No? Then please accept some tortoise specs instead. Oh yeah, you should have stuck with the dance, buddy. I hope you know how much my time on Duality has meant to me. Hopefully, enough that you want to stay here forever. I'm leaving here with more than just new stuff. I'm leaving with really nice new stuff. Alright, talk to me, Zell. I'm not saying I can be bribed with fancy gifts, but I received something pretty cool here on Duality, and now I want to move to this island. You should live here. Seriously? Well, I'm flattered. I guess we should go talk to resident services to see what we can do. Yeah, you should. Bad news, bud. I talked to resident services and the real estate sitch here. Real estate sitch here is no bueno. There's actually no room left to build new houses. Can you believe it? How could such a thing happen? Don't worry though. I'm nothing if not a persistent dear. Are you alright with me negotiating with someone who already lives here for their spot? Go for it. Great! I've been practicing legalese for a part in baseball lawyer, attorney at play. Anyway, talk about synergy, Pronk. Now, just tell me who you want to boot. Of course, we could also take a softer approach and talk to residents who are looking to make a move. Resident Services gave me this list of folks who might be amenable. Okay, so we are going to send Azalea on her way. Thanks for the visit. Azalea, are you sure? That's right. Leave it to me. I'll head right over to Azalea, and I'm playing hardball. Is hardball a sport? I thought it was called baseball for some reason. Okay. I mean, if you've ever been hit with a baseball, you know, it's pretty hard. Alright, yep, I talked to Azalea, and it turns out she was about to move anyway. Yeah, she got here and was like, I do not want to live in a dark forest, so she's leaving. So now we can open up that artisanal apple strudel shop together. Wait, I might have been talking about that with someone else. Yeah, no apple strudel here, buddy. I've made so many plans already. Start over. I'm Zell. You're Carraleigh, right? I can't wait to move in and get this soon-to-be legendary partnership going. Yes, same. Because as soon as you get moved in, we can move your house out of our way and finish what we were working on. So we gotta wait another couple days because he'll be here in boxes, maybe not even tomorrow. It might be the next day. And then we gotta get him fully moved in so we can move that house and put in our diagonal bridge, which I think we'll be able to fit here. Either way, Azalea should be back into boxes, moving out now, so we will say a quick goodbye to her. Hello, Azalea. Goodbye, Azalea. Oh, it's you. I haven't told you, have I? There's no way to sugarcoat this, so I'll give it to you straight. I'm moving off the island tomorrow. I'm glad to have met you, and I will not forget you. Thank you for everything that you've done. You're welcome. I mean, we didn't really do anything except spend all our tickets and not find a villager, so you moved in, and I'm sorry that it didn't work out. Okay. Bye, Azalea. I guess we'll never get to see what the inside of her house looked like because she was outside today and we didn't get to take a peek. That's alright. Okay, so what's up next? Let's go back to Wisp and give him these spirits so we can see what we get from him. And then we can get down to business over here. Hopefully. He was up here by the lighthouse, right? Yeah. So we've got a couple of vines going up here. You did it! You found all the pieces of my spirit! Come on, hand them over, hurry! Here you go. Perfect! That's all 5. Ta-da! Back to normal! Whew, thank goodness, and thank you, I feel wonderful! Right, I need to give you the reward I promised. What's it gonna be? Wallpaper? What? Don't give us wallpaper. We want furniture. Oh well. At least it didn't take us very long to find those, so we didn't waste a lot of time on a purple camo wall. Alright. We'll be selling that thing. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this path, I do really like this path, and I think we'll probably end up using this one over the other one that we have through most of the forest and kind of around our house and all the other things here. So let's see. Is there anything else we need to set down right now? Oh, we still have 99,000 bells. Alright, well there's a few things in our pockets we need to sell, but like, it's not urgent, and I don't think we're going to be picking up that much stuff that we need to worry about it at the moment. So let's get this out of the way, and I think we're just going to kind of open this up and just kind of decorate around it instead of having this hedge kind of blocking everything off. I just think it didn't end up working out the way that we ended up moving the cliffs and everything, and having this little river come out a little farther so that it could be going under the bridge and all that good stuff. I even almost want to move that cliff on that side back a little more so to make this a little wider right there, but I don't know. That would change the whole shape of it again. We'll just see. I might mess with it off camera just to see if I can get something that looks good. But for the moment, what was I just going to go do? Oh yeah, we need to get that other path. Because we had talked about, even if we're going to be using the custom path down through the forest and everything, I'm thinking that we're probably going to lay down some in-game path underneath it. Do we already have the path that I'm talking about? No, there it is. Arch tile. That's the one we want. Just to have that place for the villagers to be walking on, because they do like to walk on the in-game paths. And I know they wander in other places, but they will follow a path. Like, they will walk from one place to another on an in-game path. So I like to have those around the island just to keep the villagers moving around. Okay, so now that we've done that, we kind of have to decide what we are going to do down here. And I guess we can start by putting in some path. Okay, and remembering that this is probably going to get covered up by a custom one. So we'll put this kind of, because we only need one line of it for the villagers to follow. We'll just kind of zigzag this up here. And we may have to adjust a few things as we put the real path down. I'm going to go ahead and make this double here, but then I kind of want to see what the one path that we have looks like over it. Like if we put this down on top of this, we have this one. Well, let's do this. Let's put it on the corner. See what it looks like on the corner, because I only got the corner pieces for some reason. I was just kind of testing it out, right? Let's see. We want this one. Is that going to fully cover that? No, because it's open, it's going to... okay. So that may or may not work out. But we definitely don't want this path all the way down through the forest. So we might have to rethink that, actually. Unless we find a path that it would have to fully cover. Yeah, it couldn't have any transparency in it. Huh. Okay. My evil plan to take over the world might not work after all. That's okay, you know what? It takes a lot of plans that don't work sometimes to find one that does. Alright, so let's pick up the rest of these hedges. See if we can start getting some kind of... Alright, well instead of that, because we might need to think through that a little bit more, let's go back here and just see what we think about this in-game path around the glamp site, if that is more fitting, or if we just want it to be like a cozy, magical... Would you call this like glamping with all these rocks and rough edges and stuff? I don't know. I think I just have in my head that it's too rustic. Is glamping rustic? I've never actually been glamping, so I don't know. And it's funny because I live in the mountains and there's a ton of places around here for it, so I could if I wanted to. But if we did something like this and just kind of made this a little more structured. And I don't know, we could even take out these steps and stones and stuff. Although I think they do add some character, and even more character maybe around this in-game path. I don't know, you guys will have to let me know what you think of this. Because this is one of those things, like every single thing I put down, I just can't seem to decide back here. I don't know what to do. We're just gonna try some things out. I mean, that's all you can do, right? But this is kind of like we can make the edges rounded if we want. So it would be something like that. And even maybe bring this down a little more. And over a little more. To give a nice little patio area. And we could put like one of the little, what do you call it? Like fire pit. We could put the little fire pit thing out here. Okay, move this back. And do this space. Bring that little sofa over here. And then decorate around it really nice. Actually, we could even take that out and bring this back even further. But I feel like, I don't know, I think this is more kind of the feel that I was going for back here. But I'm just not sure. I don't know. I don't know. What if we round the corners on it to make it a little less harsh? And we may even take this over, because we can still fill in a bunch of space around it. I kind of want to make this nice and big. We could put, we could do the fire pit, or we could put a fireplace out here. Would be really nice. We might grab some things out of storage and just mess around with some ideas, because you know, that's the best way to kind of decide what it is going on over here. And I think that does look better with the rounded corners. We might not round the corners on this one, just because, yeah, maybe I'll just leave it like that. I think if we round all the corners, it's gonna look weird, like a little capsule or something. I don't think I would like that. All right, so let's grab this and kind of bring this over to the situation. And then we're gonna go grab our storage shed so that we can mess around with some other ideas. But I want it to be nice, and I want it to be fancy, and I want it to be, you know, like, you paid money to stay here. You want it to look nice, not like a bunch of broken up stone, right? Right? Or is the rustic better? I just don't know. I can't decide. All right, grab the shed. Oops, we grabbed the stone. What is this? A corkboard. Yep, we're not gonna need that. Okay. Let's get up here and see what we can do. We have random furniture laying all over again because of this lack of storage. Okay, so let's just set our storage shed right here for a second. And get this fish up out of our way. And open this up. Okay, what have we got? What have we got? So we've got some tables. We could put like one of these back here. That seems kind of fancy for a glamp site. I guess. Let's see, what else? If you guys see something in here that I'm not grabbing, do let me know. Man, I thought we had more than this. How do we not have furniture and stuff? Should we go see what's at Paradise Planning today? I thought we had like a fireplace or something. Wow. Yikes. We have like literally nothing to work with here. All right, so let's look at our crafting recipes really quickly then. Do we have anything in here that's good? Oh, we could do one of these open wooden shelves for back here. That's pretty fancy. We could definitely add one of those. So what do we need for that? 10 wood, we totally have that. Let's see. Oh, a music box. A wooden music box would be really good. We could make one of those. Maybe we need our construction table too. Let's go grab it so we can be making this stuff while we're looking at it. Okay, there we are. Let's open this thing up. Craft it. What did we say we were gonna make? Oh yeah, music box. Got that. We could even do a little bit of seasonal decoration back here. Might be something good. We have to make it classy though, you know. Fancy. Fancy rustic. Fancy rustic forest. That's the theme we're going for right now. Fancy in the forest. Okay, we gotta get some more trees back here too, probably. Can we make, I think we kind of used up all the pumpkins we had on those little seats, but maybe we can actually use those back here too, because those are seasonal and it's something that we can recolor. I was gonna turn them white because we have white pumpkins growing on our side. All right, so there's like a tea table. I think that's gonna be like too big. Music stand is cute, but probably not useful. That might be all that we kind of have for right now. Yeah, okay. Well, let's at least put this stuff down. I'm gonna push this. No, not into the tree. Definitely don't want that. So, oh wait, we want to customize these first, don't we? Let's see. I guess we'll go with the dark wood, the brown. And we'll put seaside photo, the forest photo, obviously. So we'll just leave it on that one. And then customize, ooh, we can customize the bistro table. Oh, not really. We need to customize the music box though. So let's make that. You know what, can we do the green? Would that look cool? With some pretty blue. Oh, I kind of like the little bird. That one's all right. That one's really cute. And I kind of like the blue flowers, but I think this one looks really cute on the green. So let's do that. And I think that'll, oh, we got a balloon. Let's see if we can get it before it goes over the lake. Oh, grab your slingshot. Go, go, go. We got it. Because that one is yellow. Could be bells. And we need bells. An accessory stand. Okay. So let's put... All of this is probably going to get rearranged, so we're just going to throw this back here. Just going to throw it right there. With the music box on top. Oop, that's not it. I'll go ahead and turn that on to what? KK swing back here. And then we'll throw that bistro table back here just so we don't forget that we have it. Alright, this is starting to look more like glamping. Alright, Zell would be a good one to test that out, wouldn't he? Alright, so let's grab these back so that they're not hanging around here. We have them when we need them again. Oops. We can just pick something else up. We're gonna have to mess around with the patterns back here again. We have a few trees back here, but I think we can probably add a couple more, maybe. The spacing is tricky, so we'll have to see what we can do about it. We can always use like the pine trees or some like the little cypress plants or something to fill in some spots, and bushes too. We need to do some bushes. We do have a few plumerias here that we can plant back there, so yeah, lots of lots of options, lots of things. But let's run over to Paradise Planning and see if they have anything good over there today. Yeah, we kind of ended up working on not at all what I thought we would be working on, so oh, we're gonna customize these to white too, but we gotta steal pumpkins from Walt's little garden over there. But let's go to Paradise Planning first. Okay, grabbed the beach bottle on our way in. Let's see if it's anything good today from Chrissy. Rope net wall. Not very exciting. Okay. Thanks, Chrissy. All right, do we have anything here that we want to buy? Ooh, yeah, we want this little box-shaped seat. That's a good boxy stool, whatever it is. That's a good versatile item to have. We're gonna grab this dispenser too. So we found a couple things, but you know what? Actually, that dispenser might be good for the glamp site. How much is this? Just out of curiosity. 11,000. Ooh, more than we have right now. Okay, we'll have to wait. Maybe some other time. That's right. Do we want the... yeah, I don't think we need any of the rest of that. Okay. Alrighty, so we got a couple fun things, which I think we can totally use somewhere. Whoa, before we get too far, let's pick some of these white pumpkins of Walt's. Wait, where's Walt? He's over here. Alright. Oh, I don't even know the way around my own island here. Alright, well, let's grab a few of these so we can customize our little pumpkin stools. So we can try out something seasonal back at our glamp site. I'm not sure what other, like, pumpkin items we have. Did we have any in storage? We'll have to look again. We'll kind of look as we run through here, too. I know we have this, but with the hay pile, I don't feel like that's going to fit in our glamp site. So we will look for something else. I don't think that we have too much else as far as spooky decorations made yet, so we'll have to work on that. But let's go over here and customize some things. Oh, what can we do with this dispenser? Just put a fancy label on it? I don't like any of those. Okay, maybe if we change the color later. Spooky chairs, we're turning to white. Because even if it's going to be seasonal, we want it to be matchy with the moonlight forest. Okay, so we'll set a few of these around. Spooky chair over here. A spooky chair over here. And of course we'll be adding some custom code paths down there and stuff. And let's put one right in the front here, even though I think that might move. If we get a... yeah, like I said, all of this is probably going to get rearranged at some point, so we're not getting too attached to any of this arrangement. All right, there we go. Well, all right, well, okay, well, wasn't my intention, but we did end up kind of focusing around the campsite today between Zell and our little furnishings here. But I think we've got some good ideas on the move, and we've got lots of things that we're working on. So a big part of it is just getting items. So we'll keep working on that. And thank you so much for joining me and Sunny and Carraleigh for another day here on Duality. I appreciate you so much for being here. We'll see you in the next one. Have a beautiful day.